Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Satgurum Pranatosmyaham. So in the morning class we saw the diversity can never be in the self, which is one without the second. And we have seen Maya Matram Idam Dvaitam, Advaitam Paramartataha. So this Dvaitam is Maya Matra, means is only imagination in your mind. Maya Matra. And what is the truth? Advaitam Paramartataha. Iti Bhrute Shrutihi. And thus the Shruti also asserts. And not only that, it is our own experience also. Sakshat Sushuptau Anubhuyate. In the deep sleep also we experience this. What is that? The self alone is truth. Everything else is Maya Karyam. Maya Matram. So, and in the next verse, it is said, Ananyatvam Adhishtanad Aropyasya Nirikshitam. So you can never say this superimposed thing is something other than the Adhishtanam, the substratum. Why? Because what you are seeing is only the substratum. And you imagine something else. The rope is not responsible for that. Rope has not become the snake. You imagine a snake on the rope. So therefore, Rajju Sarpadau Vikalpoho Bhranti Jivanaha. When you see the Rajju, when you see the Sarpa in the Rajju, it is Bhranti Jivanaha. It's out of delusion only. So now what we are seeing is Brahman only. What we are experiencing is Brahman only. But we give it a different name. We say Mukesh Kumar, Raghav, our what is his name? What is his name? What is his name? Malik. So we give different names, but what we see is Brahman only. So we call names to Brahman, so Brahman is angry with us. So stop calling names. So we see only Brahman and nothing else. And we say it is something else. It's not so. So that is what is said. Till this point we have seen. Now, Atma Vichara, contemplation. 408th verse. Chitta Mulo Vikalpoyam Chitta Bhavena Kaschana Ataschittam Samadehi Pratyagrupe Paratmani Chitta Mulo Vikalpoyam Chitta Bhavena Kaschana Ataschittam Samadehi Pratyagrupe Paratmani. Whatever Sri Adi Sankara has said, that alone Bhagavan is also saying. Sri Ramana Maharshi. See in this verse, Vikalpaha ayam chitta mulaha. For all the vikalpas, different thoughts to arise in the mind, or all the differences to be perceived. What is the reason? Chitta mulaha. Because you have got a mind. The mind is a cause for all the creating all these differences. Chitta mulaha. So in other words, what is the meaning of mind? Whenever there is a division of seer and the seen, that is called as mind. Whenever the Veda is perceived, that is called as the mind. Chitta mulaha vikalpahayam. Chitta abhave, when the mind is not there, na kaschana, there are no differences. Meaning no vikalpas, no sankalpa vikalpas. So therefore, mind alone is a cause for seeing the differences, seeing the division in the self. Therefore, adaha chittam samadehi pratyagrupe paratmani yena kena prakarena. You merge this mind in the self, samadehi pratyagrupe. So this mind you merge or somehow find the source of this mind and do away with the mind. In what? Pratyagrupe paratmani, in the self. Then what you realize? Only the self. So when the mind is absorbed in the Atma, the self, no more anything is seen. The mind is absorbed in the Atma, the self, in deep sleep also. There we don't see anything. But consciously if you absorb, then the truth is revealed. There also truth is revealed, but we do not know that is the truth. See how sad it is. In deep sleep also, the truth is revealed only. Because truth will not hide itself or reveal itself. Truth is there. When the mind is absorbed, truth alone shines. But when the truth shines, we do not know if this is the truth shining. See how peculiar it is. Because we do not know what is, no thing state we have not experienced. So we get absorbed into some sort of tamas, it is said. So consciously if you go again and again into the self, that is why Muruganar Swami also says, consciously you have to abide. Then only it is helpful to you. What is Jada Samadhi? You do not know, just like that you get absorbed. See, suppose if you have to climb this mountain, this hill, let us say, you should know which is the path, how to go about. And then if you climb, then it is better. So next time when you want to easily you can climb. Somehow you have climbed, but you do not know how you climbed. Then next time also you will be groping in darkness only, how to go about. So very clearly you should go. And you should remember how you have gone. So then next time also easy to go. And you will know where there are thorns. All those things you know. So like that, consciously when you abide in the self, then it helps. Then only the vasanas are destroyed. Vasanas are destroyed means what? When the self is realized, the vasana will not have any field to express. Vasanas can express only when the mind is active. When the mind is absorbed, vasana has got no role to play. Only through the mind the desires can express, the thoughts can express. When the mind is absorbed in the self always, then where the vasana can sprout? There is no field for the vasana to sprout. See, if you throw seeds, the land is very barren, not fertile. Will it grow? It will not. In a fertile land, you will not do anything. You go to Kerala, just to throw something, it will come. You go to Sri Lanka, very fertile. Just throw something, it will come. If you go to Ramanathapuram, only Karuva Kadu will come. The thorny, bushy, what they call, I don't know in English. The English Lena. So that only will come. Meaning what? It is very barren. Nothing will come.
Acacia.
That is what. Yes, you are right. I cannot repeat it. So, I cannot repeat it. So, because I am not getting the exact pronunciation.
Latin word.
Okay. So, when you throw, if it has to sprout, it has to be fertile. So, when the mind is active, vasanas can operate. When the mind is absorbed in the self, where in self, vasanas, nothing can operate. One without the second. See? So, only the Bheda Buddhi is there, the vasanas can operate. Because this is something good, this is something bad, it can say. I want this, I want that, it can say. When there is nothing, when there is no experiencer also, where is the role for vasanas to play? That is why desire vasanas are all roasted. But still, mind will not be absorbed always. It comes out. So vasanas can once again. So, one point of time where the mind will not come back again is called a Sahaja Samadhi. So that's why it said, when all the vasanas are exhausted, the mind will not come again. So whether the mind is absorbed, vasanas are not sprouting, or vasanas are not there, the mind is gone. You ask. See, whatever said and done, manonasham and vasanakshayam. And that happens sahaja. You understand? So therefore here, chitta mulaha vikalpahayam. So for all the vikalpas, perceiving these differences, mind is responsible. So when that mind, samahitahahi, samadehi, when it is merged, pratyak grupe, in the self, then what happens? There is no mind, therefore no bheda bhavana, there is only the self. So when you inquire what is the mind, there is no mind. Manasam tukin margane krite naiva manasam, marga ajjavat. So when you don't inquire, mind comes out and then it plays, it dances. When you inquire, it runs away. That is the glory of the inquiry. What is this mind? From where it is arising? When you ask, when you try to find out, when you give attention, it goes. And then next verse, 409. Kimapi satata bodham kevalananda rupam nirupamam ativelam nitya muktam niriham niravadi gaganabham nishkalam nirvikalpam hrudi kalayati vidwan brahma purnam samadho kimapi satata bodham kevala nandarupam nirupamam ativelam nitya muktam niriham niravadi gaganabham nishkalam nirvikalpam hrudi kalayati vidwan brahma purnam samadho. So samadho, in samadhi, this vidwan, this wise person, what he experiences, hridi kalayati, in the heart he experiences what? This brahma purnam, this brahma tattvam, which is purnam, which is full, which is perfect. He realizes in his heart. How is it? Kimapi satata bodham. Kimapi means what? Whatsoever it is. Meaning what? You cannot say what it is. Kimapi. Kimapi means whatever is, which cannot be expressed, described. Satata bodham. Always it is in the nature of bodham, true knowledge, one's own existence. Kevala ananda rupam. It's nothing but ananda rupam. Bliss. Unadulterated bliss. Kevala means what? There is nothing mixed with it. Kevala ananda rupam. It is bliss and bliss alone. Nirupamam. Cannot be compared to anything. Upamaname solla mudiyadu. You cannot compare it to anything because whatever we know is only through mind and intellect. This is beyond mind and intellect. So this cannot be compared to anything. And Ativelam, meaning shoreless ocean. Ativelam means shoreless ocean where there are no shores. Imagine an ocean. Shoreless ocean. Ativelam, nitya muktam niriham. Nitya muktam, always liberated. It is not bound, always liberated. Niriham, in that there are no desires. In the self, no desires. Niravadi gaganabham means it is infinite. Gaganabham, like space. Gaganabham, like space, it is infinite. Nishkalam, without any parts. So, if you worship any god with parts, it is not the truth. What's Swamiji? See, the truth can appear as God, saguna sakara, but by itself it is nishkalam, without any limbs, without any parts. Nishkalam, nirvikalpam. In that there is no bhedam of any sorts. Nirvikalpam. That purnam, brahma purnam, This Vidwan, he Hridi Kalayati, he realizes in his heart during his Samadhi, Samadhau, when his mind is totally absorbed in the truth, he experiences this Anandam, Kevala Ananda Rupam, which is Satata Bodham, which shines as the pure consciousness, as I in the heart. Aham aham taya spurati hrut swayam, shines as itself, and also where it is ever liberated, and no traces of any desire there, and it is infinite, without any parts, without any differences. That alone shines. That is most auspicious and effortless. There are no efforts whatsoever. See, the closest what you can say is, imagine suddenly something happens and there is nothing. Nothing. You forget about yourself also. For time being, don't worry about the self or Paramatma, Brahman and all. Don't worry about that. Forget about everything. Suddenly, doom, something happens. And nothing whatsoever. That is why the Buddhist philosophy, they say, when the bulb is fused, that is nirvana. Bulb is glowing, fused. What is nirvana? When the bulb is fused, it's nirvana. Same idea comes in our Shastra also. When the lamp is glowing, blown off. What is it? Meaning what? What do you mean by all these things? There, everything, onjupodu, ellam oinda idam. Ellam oinda vidam. No, nothing rises there. Everything samaptam. Everything is ended and nothing is rising. Anaithum oinda idam. Everything is gone. Blissful emptiness. It is called as blissful emptiness. So therefore, such is our own true self. So when you become totally naked, then you can put on any dress. You can put on the dress of a dog, of a monkey, of a plant, of anything. If you're totally naked. If you're already putting on a dress of a human being, you cannot put a dress of a dog or a monkey or anything. So, you just undress and wait. Whatever comes in your consciousness is you only. There is nothing other than you. Because you are nothing. Are you able to appreciate this idea? I don't know. When you appreciate this idea, you appreciate everything. See, don't take it literally. You try to understand what is pointed out. So, Hriti Kalayati Vidwan Brahma Purnam Samadho. That is what he experiences in his heart. When in Samadhi he realizes that Purna Parabrahman. Prakriti Vikruti Shunyam Bhavana Tita Bhavam Samarasama Samanam Mana Sambandha Dhuram Nigama Vachana Siddhim Nityamasmat Prasiddham Hridi Kalayati Vidwan Brahma Purnam Samadho Prakriti Vikruti Shunyam Bhavana Tita Bhavam Samarasama Samanam Mana Sambandha Dhuram Nigama Vachana Siddham Nityamasmat Prasiddham Hridi Kalayati Vidwan Brahma Purnam Samadho. Prakriti Vikruti Shunyam. Meaning what? In that, there is no Prakriti and the Vikruti. Vikruti means modification. Prakriti is the Mula Prakriti, Maya. So, Prakriti means here what is mentioned is the cause. Prakriti, cause for all, is Maya Prakriti. Vikruti means all the modifications are called as the effects of Maya. So, in this self, in this Purna Paramatma, there is no Prakriti or Vikruti means what? The cause and effect is negated. There nothing is caused and nothing has happened. So, Prakriti Vikruti Shunyam. Bhavanatita Bhavam. It is all beyond all the Bhavana. Bhavana means what? You cannot imagine it in any way. It is beyond that. See, we saw Bhavana means contemplation, na? Meaning imagining, means thinking about it. It is beyond your thoughts, beyond your imagination. You cannot employ your bhavana, means your thought or your imagination, and think, oh, it is like this. That is negated. When you say it is Brahman, Brihatvat Brahman, it is the biggest, if you say, no, Anoraniyan, it is said. It is smaller than the smallest. Then everything is taken out. So, you cannot imagine it. Therefore, stop imagining about it. Samarasam. Samarasam means what? It is the same in all things, everywhere. In America, it is not special self. In Africa, it is dirty self. No. In Asia, very innocent self. No. Self is one, same everywhere. Meaning what? Means, Uru Padittai Vilangum Enarthom, there is no Taratamyam. Maybe in the saints and siddhas, the self is very, very different, very holy. But in criminals, it's not so. In child, it is little small only. But in the elders, it is big. No, Samarasam. Everywhere it is same. The self is same. Asamanam, asamanam. Nothing you can compare. Asamanam. Edodi samanam solla mudiyadu. Meaning you cannot equate it with anything. Asamanam. Mana sambandha dhuram. It is very, very distinctly far away from whatever we can perceive through senses or mind, etc. Mana sambandha dhuram. Whatever you think, whatever you perceive, it is not so. It is beyond. It is beyond, it is said. No? Mana sambandha. Meaning what? You cannot explain it through logic and reasoning. So if somebody asks, give me proof of Atma, the self, you cannot give any proof. You are the proof. You are. Therefore, that is Paramatma. You are the self. So apart from that, if somebody asks for some proof, what proof you can give? Because it is beyond logic and reasoning, beyond buddhi. So, it is mana sambandha duram. But one thing, nigama vachana siddham. See, through Vedas, through the scriptures, yes, it can be revealed. Through the scripture, Mahavakya, it is revealed. So, nigama means Vedas. Nigama vachana, the Mahavakyas, siddham, it can be known through the Mahavakyas, through the scriptural statements. And nityam asmat prasiddham. And ever it is shining as self, I, asmad, as the self. You know, I was thinking only about this meaning. Asmad means the self. But Gurudev, he has given a small twist there. Ego. No, it's not ego also. He has given in the exact translation, I don't know who has translated it. You know what happened? See, this you should understand when you study this commentary. Gurudev was giving lectures and he was not having any time for anything because every day Jnana Yajna. In every 7 days he was in different city, in different countries. So morning Upanishad or something, evening Bhagavad Gita, something like that, continuous. And in between he has to attend some board meetings, this, that, some inauguration of this, inauguration of that, and for Bhiksha, this, that. He is continuously busy. So what happened, those days also, there were stenographers or whatever, they were taking notes Gada, 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 they were taking notes, shorthand, no? Or it was recorded also. Recorded and they were transcribing. What do you say, transcribing? They were transcribing it. And then one of the senior devotee or somebody who is well versed, they sort of pick and choose the right things from his talks and then they compile. And then it is submitted to Gurudev. Still Gurudev is very busy, so he can only go through it. And he's telling in the introduction, in the preface, that it took very many years for him to go through the whole thing and then to compile this. So whenever he gets time only he can go through it. So he has gone through it, but you know what? Whenever I read this exact word-to-word translation and then the commentary, there are some sort of discrepancies. So you should not only read that and then say, oh, this is what he said. No, inside if you go, Gurudev is actually explained in a different way. So this asmad, in this direct translation, ego, it is said. It is not, because we are talking about Purna Para Brahman, how can you bring in ego here? So that's what. So inside if you go, Gurudev, you know what, he has given a twist. How do you know it? It's beyond logic and reasoning, you say. Only through scriptures it is known, you say. How do you know it? He said, Asmat Prasiddham, meaning it is our own experience. Asmat Prasiddham. It is all my own experience, he says. As if it is saying, it is the experience of the wise people. Prasiddham means what? It is popularly known by the great sages. And Asmat means what? By this person also. Adamari solra mari na solra. Asmat Prasiddham. So it is very popular among the wise men. Popular means what? They know it. The wise men know it. Or Asmat Prasiddha means it is known to this person also. Madhuri anga is giving a twist. It's a very nice twist. Because once somebody asked Bhagavan also, you are talking about Hridaya Vidya, spiritual heart. Where is the proof? Where is it in our Vedas? He said, it's my experience. Shut up. Full stop. Andha madhiri. But this everybody cannot employ, you know. Anybody can say anything and they can say my experience. That is why Vedas are the pramanam, it is said. But when it comes to such great souls, then we have to accept it. Because ultimately Vedas also reveal to the great seers and they have only given, na. So if it is said, it is my experience, accept. So that is what Asmat Prasiddham, Kriti Kalayadi Vidwan, Brahma Purnam Samadhav. That this Vidwan, this wise person, realizes in his heart. So Samarasam.
Most of these wise men are found to be found in India only, no, Swamiji?
Yes and no. Meaning, yeah, somehow this Bharata Bhumi is very sacred. There are many rishis, munis, saints, sages. But it doesn't mean that in other places they were not. There were great people, known and unknown also. Unknown also, many. In all faiths, evolved souls are there. Enlightened also maybe very rarely. But yeah, we know only this part of the world. Huh?
Great people are less known.
Less, how do you know?
Less known.
Less known. I thought less known, Sonamanj. Less known. Okay. When you say less now, how do you know? I wanted to ask. So, Hridaya Kalayati Vidwan Brahma Purnam Samadhav. So that that the seeker experiences in his heart in Samadhi. And then he will not leave you, huh? For next 15 days he will not leave you. Ajaram Amaram Asta. Ajaram Amaram Asta. Abhava Vastu Swarupam Apava. Stimita Salila Rashi. Prakyamakkya Vihinam. Shamita Guna Viharam. Shashvatam Shantamekam. Hridi Kalayati Vidwan. Brahma Purnam Samadhav. Ajaram Amaram Asta Bhava Vastu Swarupam. Stimita salila rashi prakyamakya vihinam. Prakyamakya vihinam. Shamita guna vikaram shashvatam shantamekam. Hridi kalayati vidwan brahma purnam samadho. Ajaram, it will not get old. Ajaram, no mupu, no pini sakad, meaning it will not get old, there is no disease in it and it will not die. Ajaram, amaram, amaram, it will not die, it will not perish. Asta abhava vastu swarupam, it will not set, the sun will not set. Meaning what? It will not become non-existent. Always it is known as the pure existence. See, in some other reading it is Abhasa Swarupam also. In your Abhasa Swarupam? Then it is fine. So here there is a small printing mistake. So Amaram, Ajaram, Asta Abhasa Swarupam?
Yes.
Asta Abhasa Swarupam. Asta Abhasa Vastu Swarupam. Then it is making a lot of sense. Abhasa Vastu Swarupam means Abhasa means what? Whichever is revealed through the reflected consciousness. So all those things are not there. Right? Asta Abhasa Swarupam. Asta means whatever is revealed through the reflected consciousness, Abhasa, all those things are not there. Asta Abhasa Vastu Swarupam. Vastu Swarupam. And Stimita Salila Rashi, the ocean where there are no waves. Oindu Pona Samudram. Meaning what? Now Samudram, ocean means what? For in our mind, all the waves rising and subsiding. That's only comes to our mind. Now imagine an ocean, still ocean. If you go in the middle, it is still, they say. The ocean is still. So like that, this self is still, infinite and still, deep, and that's it. That's what it is said. Akhya vihinam, and you cannot call it by any name. It is beyond any name. Akhya vihinam. No name can be added because there is nobody to call Swarupam in that Swarupam. So it is one only, na? So you do not call names. There is only one. So Shamita Guna Vikaram.
Language is not required.
But we are Buddhus, not able to understand. So we may have to employ. So that is why Dakshinamurti didn't speak. But if you also sit like that, you will sleep. Everybody will sleep. See, we are trying in the Dhyana meditation session. I am not going to speak. And some people sleep, some people look at the clock. No, time already. What is Swami doing? Some people look like this. What is Swami doing? And Swami also looking at the other person. What is he doing? Parasparam bhavayanta. So Shamita Guna Vikaram, where all the Guna Vikaram, all the modification created due to the gunas, all has set. There is no more play of gunas there. Shashvatam Shantamekam. It is the Shashvatam, which is really the Shashvatam. Matadellame Ashashvatam. Shantam, the peace, Ekam, the one. This, the Vidwan, he realizes in his heart, in his Samadhi Avastha, which is Brahma Purnam. That Paripurna Paramatma, the Brahma Swarupam, he realizes in his heart. Now, moving on. Samahitanta Karana Swarupe Vilokayatmanam Akanda Vaibhavam Vichindhi Bandha Bhavagandha Gandhim Ganditam, correct. Yatnena pumsvam sapali kurushva. Samahitanta karanaswarupe. Vilokayatmanam akandha vaibhavam. Vichindi bandha bhavagandha gandhitam. Yatnena pumstvam sapali kurushva. So, antakaranaha samahita antakaranaha swarupe, by merging all the inner equipments, inner instruments in the self, in the swarupe, in one's own self, vilokaya atmanam akanda vaibhavam. Behold, vilokaya, this atmanam, the self, which is akanda vaibhavam. It is glorious, akandam, not broken into anything. Akanda vaibhavam. You behold this, which is ananta vaibhavam, akanda vaibhavam. By that only, bhava gandha, gandim bandham vichindi. Bhava gandha means what? Gandha means vasanas. Gandham. Bhava gandham, the worldly vasanas, which are really bandham. So, gandhidam bandham. These vasanas are the bandham, the bondage. That is cut asunder. These worldly vasanas are cut asunder by beholding that ananda, that ananta vaibhavam, that akanda vaibhavam in your heart. Then it is said beautifully, yatnena pumstvam safali kurishva. Through efforts, see, efforts. Yatnena, through efforts, pumstvam safali kurushva. Whatever you are born for, pumstvam, you have taken this human form, na? Sapali kurushva, make it prayojanam, make it fruitful. This human birth, by through proper efforts, make it fruitful. Sapali kurushva. எதுக்காக இந்த ஜென்மம் எடுத்தியோ அதோடைய பயனை அடையணும் தானே. Meaning, you have to fulfill the mission for what you have come. You have come here to know the self. So, sapali kurushva, make use of this and may you be the Atma, the self always. Anma will nittanavai. Sapali kurushva. So, strive to realize the fulfillment of a human birth. That is how it is translated here. Sapali kurushva. If you don't realize this, then once again we have to come. Come means what? Take another body and then same. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. I am only scared of one thing. To carry that bag to the school again and to start from A, B, C, D. A for apple, B for ball, same rhymes we have to repeat. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Ba, ba, black sheep. And the teacher will, nowadays teacher don't hit now. But the mother, father, they will push you again and again. Go study, study, study. 10th exam is very important, 12th exam is very important. And you have to aspire for something higher, higher, higher. Going on, run, run, run. Without any end you run. And you are scared of the future. You also don't know
You get upadhi.
what is in store. Huh?
Get upadhis after upadhis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we go on,
And then you get rid of upadhi after upadhi.
So, therefore, it is very, very scary. So, better we put a lot of efforts now and here and know the self and get out of it.
After mornings, getting scared with the word Swami, listening to words like tranquil, serene, undying, splendor, blissful is very encouraging.
See, you are from Sri Lanka, from a Buddhistic country. You should not speak like that. See, you know what? In Sri Lanka, Buddhists, they follow Buddha. The Shaivites, they follow Shiva. And everything has gone from here only. Buddhism and Shaivism, everything has gone here. They are sincerely, they follow there. And you know, Pali is a source for Sinhalese. The Pali is from Sanskrit. So much so that our Guruji once, he came to Sri Lanka for a Jnana Yajna. And they have invited a Buddhist monk to deliver the keynote address, the inaugural address. So the Buddhist monk started talking in, not in Sinhala only. Sinhala only started talking. And then our vice president was sitting next to Guruji and started, translating. Guruji said, stop, I am able to understand. He said, I am able to understand. Why? Because the Sinhala has got the base of Pali. Pali is from Sanskrit. So the language also, if you go deep, it is from Sanskrit. See, if you hear their names, very Sanskritam, Sanskritized names. Ratna, Jiva Ratna. How Sanskrit name, you know? Their names, because Buddhist monks only give their names. And they are very well versed in Sanskrit. Buddhist monks are well versed in Sanskrit, do you know that? So, it is very unfortunate. The religion, the language, the culture, everything is one only. But they create difference and they fight for no reason. And Buddha and Advaita is same.
But the meditation, Swamiji, they tie their head.
They go, berserk they go. See, this Buddhistic meditation, you know what? Sometimes they push it too much and they put all the dead bodies in front and they store it. Yeah. And they take photographs. One day I had gone to an Amma's house, Sinhala lady's house. She is a very good seeker. You know what? In the bedroom, all dead bodies photo. 12 weeks old dead body, 3 months old dead body, 7 months old dead body. What in the bedroom? When you get up, she said it's a way of meditating. Because you understand this thing of the body, how the body rots, how the body is useless. That is their technique.
You can't smell at least.
It's a photo, yaar.
Yeah, thank you.
But imagine in your bedroom, when you are with your husband and the children, and you have dead bodies in your bedroom, and you wake up in the night and you scream. I scream. That is their way of meditating. Sometimes very crude, but our Advaita Vedanta doesn't accept all those things. Very crude it is. Maybe someone else down the line would have brought all those things, you know. They would have thought this is the best way. Maybe that is way, because our Agoris, you go and see. Our Agoris, the leftist here also, they sit on the dead bodies and they meditate. If they are hungry, they take the brain little bit from the dead body and eat. I'm not joking.
Yes.
They eat brains.
They carry skull.
Skull, everything, no? So we also have Agoris.
They eat the skull from the skull is their mouth.
If they are thirsty, they put the straw. I'm exaggerating, huh? The dead body won't have juice. I mean the blood or anything. The karvaad mara edum pola irukku.
They scare you. These guys moving around Himalayas also.
Yeah, and for them we would be very scary. Vichinda bandha bhavagandha gandhidam yatnena pumstvam safali kurushva. With efforts we have to attain the fruit of our birth here, fruit of the human birth. So what is the three important things? Manushatvam, mumukshutvam, mahapurusha samshayam. We have got all the three means. We have to really put our efforts to gain this fruit in this life. Sarvopadhi vinilmuktam Satchidanandamadvayam Bhavayatmanam Na bhuya kalpasedhvane Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam Satchidanandamadvayam Bhavayatmanam atmastam Na bhuya kalpasedhvane Sarva upadhi vinirmuktam, going beyond all the upadhis. means negating all the upadhis. Satchidananda madmayam bhavaya atmanam atmastam. So this Satchidanandam, this pure existence, consciousness and bliss, which is non-dual, that you meditate upon in your heart as your own self. Bhavaya means meditate upon or contemplate upon it. Atmanam, atmastam, as your Atma, the self, you contemplate. In your own self, you contemplate. If you do that continuously, advane means this samsara, means the sural, going and coming. Na bhuyaha kalpase, you will never fall into it. You will never imagine this samsara. Kalpate means imagining. You will never ever imagine again all these nonsense. You are always abiding in the self. So therefore, as a conclusion, summarization, he says, you have to go beyond your upadhis and have to contemplate on the self again and again. That is the way to go beyond the samsara, sagara, which is dukkham, ashashvatam, asaram. So that is the only way out. So we will stop here and tomorrow we will continue the rest of the lessons. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.